evening, everyone. Hope everybody's all right and you can hear me. Are you there, Nix?
I am, yes.
Oh, nice you to show up.
Yeah, I know.
You're not in the
Very
chat room.
warm welcome back. No, I know. It was all being a bit slow.
All right, been a bit slow. All right,
Yeah.
fair enough.
I went to me nan's and I come back and I was like, oh crap, here we go.
So hold on. Can you speak Chinese now, or is it? I don't know.
No, I know a few things, but that's it.
Oh, was it? Oh, fucking hell! Seth Rollins downhill.
No,
Oh,
no. Although me and Lance were sat there in entirely different time zones, watching
right. Well,
it going, what the hell?
right, well, before we get any further, let's get our very, very special guest in tonight. I said we'd get everything ready for people this next few weeks. So, without further ado, let's see if she's on, and yeah, and see if she's here, and she should be answering our phone any second now. And especially Jezabeth, the wrestler. Well, that's what it says on Facebook. It says Skype anyway. So, I've been chatting to Jezabeth on Twitter, and hopefully getting that going, and hopefully she's going to answer the phone. And she's not doing it so far. Yikes!
Time. Got 2 hours to film.
Yeah, we got 2 hours to fill. It wouldn't be the same otherwise, but we get there. We get there, so nothing happened. So how you been?
I've been good. How you been?
Missed you.
Yeah, no. I'm a bit irreplaceable, aren't I?
Yeah. Oh well, no. Yeah, you ever know, I suppose.
Oh yeah, and no. That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I did people turn up on time and things, but there we go.
I had to bring back, just about on time for one night, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right, fair enough. Well, over the last few weeks, we've had. I met the hurricane last Sunday.
I know.
Everybody.
How was that?
Very, very cool. It was a very, very nice moment. I'll say that. To get a picture. The one thing that did me was in front of me was this tiny, tiny little kid. He must have been about 7, 8, and he had a hurricane action figure.
Oh,
And when he was in the ring, the hurricane was just finished his round, and he ran up to him and said, "Can you sign that for me?" And he did, and you should have seen Hurricane's face. All he could do was smile because this little kid had got him his own action figure and went, "Can you sign this for me?" And he did, and that was really, really cool because this little kid just wanted Hurricane's signature. So,
nice that you knew who the hurricane was. A lot of young kids don't these days.
yeah, but it was nice. I mean, Mad Hurricane Juventud was cool as well. Chris Hero was a good one. It was a decent day. It was like, and from Southside there was no tag matches either, so that was a rare thing in itself. So the whole thing was just singles matches, which I felt was a bit. I didn't realise until after it finished, and I went, "Oh, hold on a minute," because we're Webber, and he's going. Both of us are like, "Hold on a minute." I thought there were no tag matches. Oh shit! And so Michael was shocked as well when I got in and I set up at BWR to do a little bit of a show, and he saw how it was set up and he didn't realise it was so easy. He thought it was all technical stuff and everything, but he didn't see it was being so easy at the time. But it was a cracking day Sunday. I liked it a lot, and onwards and upwards, they say.
Yeah.
At the moment, I have got. I'll just send Jezabeth a message. Really?
You've got something.
Yeah. So I just said to him, I mean, over the last few days, it's just been. I've had a very, very mixed week. Yesterday was a funeral of my pal, and thank you to every single person that's messaged me over the last nearly 2 weeks now, and it was really it's been really nice, and it shows that a lot of people care, and a lot of people care with me, and thank you very much. I had that. I've also had the birth of my new great nephew Thomas. So he's 3 days old.
I did see the cute puppy.
Yeah, he's a little. Looks like he's going to be a little bundle of joy for my nephew Adrian. So congratulations to my nephew Adrian and his girlfriend and Kerry on the birth of Thomas Ellis. Thomas Ellis Mitchell. And so that's really, really cool. And happy birthday goes to my nephew, my godson today, David. He's 13. He becomes a teenager. So happy birthday to him. Um, so got all that sorted. And um, uh, so how's it been with you? I mean, have you had jet lag? You have jet lag?
Yeah, I have got it a little bit. After we finished dinner today, I went upstairs and had a sleep. The next thing, Mum's going, it's 7:30. We're going to your nan's. Get up. I'm struggling a little bit because, like, normally now, I think 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll be getting up. And you're still sort of sitting there wondering what the hell's going on. It's got a bit better, but I'm still a bit confused at times.
Oh, well, that's easy. It's just I usually don't get confused. Just go kind, and then you should go right. Uh,
I'll tell you what, I have got a picture for you from holiday, I have to say.
I've heard you got
Just for you. What?
you got the picture of Tracy Island, haven't you?
Actually, I've lost that one. I think I need to go through the memory card for that because I dropped my camera and broke it.
Yikes!
So we've had to get a new camera out there, and I think a few of the pictures seem to have gone missing, unless they're just on another file. Everything else is there, but I think there's some stuff missing. No, we went. One of the last places we went to, I found a whole bunch of wrestling figures for sale on a shelf,
Ah,
and I got a picture of it. A lot of Tyson kids for some reason. But the first person I thought of was you, and I was like, I've got to take a picture of that.
God, everybody takes photographs of wrestling figures. It's crazy. It's mental.
And red phone boxes.
Oh, fuck's sake! I don't hate red phone boxes. I don't hate them. I just don't like the fact that WWE's had this set for 15 years now. That's all.
I know. It's like winding you up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've got to defend ourselves. Last Sunday there was a picture that was put up on our page, and I put it up, and it was of a TNA house show, and there was about 50, 60 people in this house show, if that.
Oh, bless.
And I got slated by a couple of people saying British Wrestling Radio is just TNA bashing. It's just bashing another bond that's jumping on the bandwagon and bash TNA. This station, this show, has defended British Wrestling Radio, defended TNA Wrestling since day one. We want TNA to succeed. We want TNA to be successful. I want it to be up there with WWE as everything like that. I don't want it to fail, because if it fails, it means the wrestling business suffers, and the wrestling fans, we suffer. And somebody kicked Ross out of the room. It's the things that we're not bashing it and everything. It's just the fact that we showed it, and I showed it to a few people, and it just really got a bit crazy and manic. And this person just says, "Oh, you're just TNA bashing." So I had a conversation with a gentleman and says, "No, we don't. If anything we do is we try and support all wrestling. It doesn't matter if it's Ring of Honor, doesn't matter if it's TNA, it doesn't matter if it's a small little promotion at the other side of Los Angeles that comes out of a little backstage box. We try and support everything. We've had some new promotions starts up this week. We've had another death of a promotion. They had their debut show cancelled because they didn't have the right insurance and the right licenses, so that fell in the water. Same old story, different fucking day. But at the end of the day, there's people out there we're never going to please everyone. That is what that's what everybody gets, and yeah, I get that. But at the same time, don't bash us, because I'm going to defend our corner. I will defend us to the maximum, and I'll piss you off, and I will also bleed and grab hold of you and just, excuse me, don't you dare say that we defend it when we bloody don't. And it just is mating. I mean, I don't know how you feel, Nick, but when people say, "Oh yeah, well you've got to you're bashing wrestling," no, we're not bashing wrestling. We're just speaking his mind and just showing people what they should be. But some people are just absolutely born idiots, I think.
I haven't seen a lot of Facebook for 2 weeks because it's banned in China. So I'm sort of really out of sorts with what's been done and what hasn't.
Yeah. Right. Also, well, get up to date. We have got now 2 brand new members of staff.
Okay.
We have got joining the team is Pixie as our Scottish wrestling correspondent, and also Brendy has joined us because he's. I think that Brendy's going to do some little articles on wrestling and everything like that, as well as also being part of the things that we all know and love. So them 2 are now on board with the admins.
Right.
British Wrestling Radio is going to have some little more admins and a little more craziness on the page. What else has been happening this week? It's gone. Something's gone.
Can't even see YouTube over there. You're not even allowed on YouTube. Twitter. Can't go on Twitter.
So they really crack down on social media then?
It's not so much that it's all for reasons, and they're all stupid reasons, quite frankly. But it's just weird because you're so accustomed to going on Facebook, and then suddenly you've got to drill yourself into not doing it. It's very strange.
Yeah. It's I just think one of them. Well, you don't see any wrestling and stuff. Oh, you missed all the John Cena palaver, haven't you?
The what?
John Cena palaver with me.
I don't know what you done. No, so
oh,
no.
Folks, it's not a case of what I've done. It's what people have bleeding done to me. Right. This thing that I've been going about word life. Okay?
Yeah.
Right, word life and all this. It made America a couple of weeks ago. Brian's show even slated me for having this picture of me in a season shirt. Right? It even made WZR Radio one Tuesday night. I could not believe it made it. But I rang up and I defended myself. And what I've said is now, he's not in this room, but at the anniversary show in October at Stevenage, I am going as the Doctor of Thugonomics.
Oh no! And I've got to go with you for that, haven't I? Oh God, Mike, are you going to that? Because if you're going, we're gonna go. We're gonna like make our own way there and not meet him.
Yes, we're going. And the plan is also now is I'm going to another show the night before. Being invited by Future Pro Wrestling. That's what I was going to talk about. Yeah, Future Pro. And they've got a show the day before, so I might be going to Future Pro the day before, stopping in Stevenage, and then going the next day to Southside. So I think that's going to be the plan for that weekend. So if we're going to have a nice weekend, going to Future show and everything. Here is she. Hello, Jezabeth.
Hello. Sorry I'm late. I was in the gym and I just finished my workout and then realised the time.
Don't worry. It's all good. Because we do his own bosses things. We can do it when any time we want, so it's fine. We can go all night long. So how you been? All right?
Yeah, I've been good, thank you. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you much. Thank you very much for taking the time out to come on our little show. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you very much for having me.
Yeah. So has it been a busy time for you?
Well, I won the TAW Women's Championship on the 31st of May, which was really, really cool. And I defended that on the 1st of June, actually, as well. So I'm on quite a happy moment at the moment, so that's good.
Yeah. So so is that TWA you just said, yeah?
TAW.
TAW.
Yeah, TAW. They're based in around the Hertfordshire area, near like Dunstable, Milton Keynes, and places like that. They're really cool.
Oh, I've heard of them. Yeah, Milton Keynes. Yeah, that's near me. It's about 50, 60 miles away from me. But yeah, I've heard of them.
Sweet. That's cool.
Yeah. So, question is, how did Jezabeth become a wrestler? Why did Jezabeth become a wrestler?
Well, Jezabeth became a wrestler from watching WWE when she was 9 years old, and just falling in love with what she saw on the TV. And yeah, I've been like hooked ever since. I thought everything about wrestling is amazing. Everything.
Is there anybody that you just said I want to be like her or him? Or...
I think Trish Stratus. As soon as I saw her, I was like, wow, I want to do what she does. I want to do it all now and stuff. And then I enrolled in a wrestling school when I was 14, and then the journey's been going on since then.
Yeah. So Nixy, meet Jezabeth. Jezabeth, meet Nixy.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm jet lagged, so you'll have to excuse me.
Oh, that's okay. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry. You, thank you. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Nixie was shocked when I said, "We've got a guest this week. We've got a guest," and she's like, "What? Really? You're kidding?" And I'm like, "No, we've got one." And it's like, "Oh, no chance." And so, but thank you very much again. So, growing up, so you wanted to be a little Mistress Stratus then?
Yeah, I did
Well,
when I was young, yeah. And then when I started training, I started finding my own persona and who I wanted to be. And then my friend helped me out with the name for Jezabeth. And then she was born on the 24th of April 2010.
nice. So it's 4 years of hard work and so far.
Yeah. And I'll continue that as
Yeah.
long as I can go.
Excellent. So, you've wrestled in Milton Keynes. Is there anywhere else that you've wrestled for?
I've wrestled, I was a part of the 30 Women Royal Rumble in Bellatrix on the 2nd of March,
Yeah,
which was so happy to be a part of that. I was so honoured to be given the chance to perform on Bellatrix.
I know what it's like to be in a rumble.
Yeah, it was so good to be in the Rumble as well. I got to work with Destiny, one of the top Bellatrix stars.
Yeah.
She threw me out, so hopefully I'll get another match with her again. I'd like that.
Yeah. So is the Bellatrix setup a good one? Because I've heard good things about it at
Yeah,
that thing, and they're good. They seem to be like one of these. It's like there's also LCW Roses.
oh, I'd love to be a part of one of their shows one day. All their shows look good. I always look at all the pictures of their shows afterwards, and they always look great. Have some amazing females working for them. They're so cool.
So you see would you say that the female scene in the UK is thriving at the moment? Then a lot better.
Yeah, I think it is. I think they've got some amazing women wrestling on the UK scene and everywhere, really. I love looking at all the women's wrestling news all around the world. I read it all. Try and read it all from all the different countries.
Have you ever thought of doing the ICW girls up there as well?
Oh, yeah, I'd love to go up to Scotland and wrestle. Got some very talented girls up there.
Yeah, they're crazy. They're crazy. That's all I can
think
say.
their shows are so cool. I bet it's so cool to be there live.
Yeah, I did the Islington show in May and saw Kaylee Ray against Carmel, and it was a triple threat, and I forgot the name of the third person. I don't know, Pixie in our chat room's going to help me out. But that was a real eye-opener and a real good one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think ICW, I mean, there's a lot of female divisions now that's coming all over the place. Females is no longer part of ICW, I've just been told. Oh dear, I do apologise, Pixie. So our Pixie's our Scottish sports correspondent. Erin Angel was the third one as well.
Erin.
She tells me everything. Pixie puts me in my place and she tells me everything that's right with ICW. Right. So when's the next wrestling event for you then? Have you got one lined up?
Yeah, on the 20th of June, I'll be in Milton Keynes defending my championship. I think it'll be against Mia, who I won it from. So I'm going to beat Mia up again. I'm going to show her who's boss again.
Excellent. So, so then it's like you just do the Milton Keynes and you're trying to branch yourself out to going around the country more, or is it?
Yeah, that would be amazing. That's the dream, to wrestle all around the UK and get to meet loads and loads and loads of awesome people. And so hopefully my journey will continue to growing, take me to loads of different places, and I can learn some more and never stop learning. Hopefully I'll never stop learning. I know I'll never stop learning, because you never stop learning, ever.
Where did you get trained then? Where was the training? Or
I started training at Dropkicks, and then I moved to WrestleForce, which train under Charlie Rage and Tom Chamberlain, and they're very, very awesome trainers.
And then it's like, okay, you're good enough now. Let's go over shows.
I don't know about good enough yet, really. I keep learning everywhere I go. I try to pick up all different techniques I can, wherever I can. I do my research all the time. As many times as I can. I've got like 5 notebooks full of wrestling ideas, and everything I've learned is written down, and I keep looking over that every time I go to different places. So
What do you think to Paige?
Pardon?
What do you think to Paige in the WWE?
Oh, I love her. I love her. I loved her on British scene as well. I've always watched her. She's one of my main inspirations. And it's so amazing that she's the Divas champion now.
Yes, she seems as though she's doing she's doing more than okay. I do apologize
Yeah,
for that.
she's awesome.
She's setting the standard. There's some people don't get her. They're saying, "Oh, she's rubbish," and I'm like, you don't want to say rubbish with her brothers are around.
I
You
think
don't.
she's great.
Yeah, it's just that we get it. I think I didn't agree with the fact that they buried her in her home place on Raw a couple of weeks ago.
No.
Oh no,
Did
no!
it?
They should have made it like win every championship ever. That would be awesome.
Well, at
Okay.
least if she had to lose one match, at least do it in America, but don't do it in London when she's at home in Raw. But WWE seems to do a habit of that. They seem to bury the when they go home the talent to their hometowns. They seem like you're going to lose in front of your home fans. It seems that's the in thing for the last few years.
Oh,
So it was Trish Stratus and anything like Beth Phoenix or anything like that. Or,
yeah, Beth Phoenix, all the WWE divas I really like. I liked them all when I was watching it, and I like them all now. So, yeah, I like all the WWE divas.
even the Funkadactyls.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, yeah. I like Naomi. She's awesome.
Yeah. So we're hoping to get to see you on Tough Enough one day then when that's coming back now, or TNA Boot.
Oh, cool. That would be great.
The Blossom.
That would be great. Wrestling anywhere would be amazing. I'd love to wrestle in Shimmer one day. I'd love to. I got to wrestle in Los Angeles on the 25th of August 2013 against Mariah Moreno, and that was awesome doing that. Getting to wrestle over there, it was so nice. Learned so much.
Yeah. So when you're in the ring and everything, is there anybody like? I mean, our chat room's going mental at the moment. So if anybody wants to speak to Jezabeth, give us a ring on 01223 926867. You can speak to Jezabeth, one of the upcoming stars of the British scene, and
Yeah.
she's going to be here for a long time in wrestling world. Not a long time on British Wrestling Radio. I mean, a long time in the wrestling thing. Me being silly. Nix, have you got anything to ask Jezabeth?
Who are your guys' favorite wrestlers? Do you have favorite wrestlers?
Nixy. She's gone. Nixie's internet disappears every now and then.
Oh,
She's mine's all over the place. I'd vary from time to time, but growing up, mine was like I'm in my 40s, so
Yeah, you old.
yeah.
oh.
Right. Yeah, I'm old. I'm still your boss.
Shut up.
But I mean, Nixie, she's going to ones with the female scene. Nixie, you aren't you? So you get more with the females and everything.
I do. I get a bit passionate about it, to be honest, especially when it comes to WWE and women. I have an issue with them at times.
Oh, who's your favorite diva at the moment?
AJ.
Yeah, I was a bit of an AJ, not to the point of dressing up in Daisy Dukes, and I've got all the boots, to be honest, but I had them before. Can I just defend that I had them long before I'd heard the name AJ, and I just have a collection now in the wardrobe. We have very similar personalities. It's a bit weird. Like I
skip around everywhere.
Yeah, I do actually at work. I skip around everywhere.
Yeah,
There was this long corridor in one of the hotels I've been in over the last 2 weeks, and it was just long and it was empty. I was like, yeah, come on.
Yeah, you
So I'd skip in for a laugh.
Yeah.
I have a problem with them sometimes. I don't like their hiring of models as wrestlers. I have an issue with that.
See.
When there's plenty of you're a female wrestler. They've got plenty of them who kill for a spot on that roster who could actually make it better. Yet they go and hire 5'6" models. It's not what I want to see.
Oh yeah, I understand.
I've a bit of a problem with that, but they seem to have sort of jacked up their ideas now. They've got, like Brittany Knight, they've got AJ, they've got Natalia. The crowd needs to take her in a little bit more. They've got obviously Charlotte, they've got Emma, who's an Australian wrestler.
Yeah.
You're gone quiet. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Nixie can talk for hours on the divas, so that I think. Did you ever see the TNA knockouts?
Sometimes I do. Yeah, sometimes I catch it. I'm not. I don't watch TNA very much, but when sometimes my friend sends me TNA women's matches, which I do watch, and I do think they're awesome as well. I just love it when Victoria Tara was on TNA.
Yeah.
I've always liked her work. So.
So you like the beautiful people and look at them and all that, all the rest of it. Where would you think? Where do you think is like the best wrestlers at the moment? Then the females wise, where would you say is the best wrestlers?
Oh, I think Shimmer and Shine. Shimmer and Shine. I like NCWFF in Canada. I like definitely Shimmer and Shine are amazing. Bellatrix, LCW Roses as well, and Fierce Females, and Japan Stardom, where Alpha Female is. Alpha Female's amazing, so wherever she goes, she'll bring amazing stuff. And yeah, I think all the female wrestlers are great. Are great. Scarlett from EWW, I really look up to her.
Yeah.
She's amazing. I
It's
said amazing a lot today because amazing's awesome. And
yeah,
Scarlett's really awesome. She's like a wrestling mum to me.
that's cool. That's really cool. And it's onwards and upwards with your career over the next 12 months, 12, 18 months.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. I'd love to travel around as much as I can.
Well, if you've got belts, you only can get your collection of wrestling belts, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm not going to let this one go easy.
they like-
so yeah.
Just a little thing. Do they let you keep the belts when you win it, or do you have to give it back to the company and then you pick it up when you go back and defend the belts? Or...
Yeah, I've got mine with me.
Ah, there you
Yeah.
go.
I'm not going to let it go that easily. Mia's in for a big fight on the 20th.
Yeah. And Pixie in our chat room's got a question, which is a bit thing. Oh, but Pixie answering one question would be very rare, but she's gonna ask. I think she's gonna ask it anyway. But it's like we say. I mean, the female scene over here. It's all like the British scene at the moment. It seems to be going up and up and up, and the standard seems to be rising a lot quicker and a lot faster and everything. And I know there's a company in Peterborough, Full House Wrestling. They always seem to be putting on female wrestling matches.
Oh, that's awesome.
So there's another one for you.
Yeah, I have to get in touch with them and see if they need any more.
Ross in our chat room asks, was there a wrestler match that made you want to get into the wrestling? Well, was it
I
a particular
think,
match?
wow, all of Trish's matches. I loved her match at WrestleMania 21 with Christy Hemme. Lita, she's absolutely amazing. I loved all of her matches when I was little. I always loved watching Edge when I was little as well. He was awesome. I loved his storyline with Lita and Matt Hardy. I always thought that was real when I was little. But I think a lot of little kids would. Hopefully, I'm not just on my own here, I hope.
No, you're not. It was big kids as well that believed it. It wasn't just little kids as well. It was big
Oh,
kids.
yay! I don't feel so alone. Yeah, I loved all of Trish's stuff, all of Beth's stuff. I did like Tori Wilson when I was growing up, her stuff as well, and Candice Michelle. I liked Melina a lot. She was awesome. I've always liked her. And yeah, I think mainly Trish when I was growing up. But thank you for asking me that. That's really kind of you to someone to send in a question. So thank you.
Pixie says, what does Jezabeth think of Crazy Mary Dobson?
Crazy Mary Dobson. I have to say, I think she's crazy. To state the obvious, I think she's crazy. I'd love a match with her one day. That would be good. That would be fun.
Is there any dream matches you'd have to have with a certain wrestler over here? Is there anybody that you think that would be my dream match over here at this moment?
Probably Scarlett or Sweet Soraya or Destiny or Erin Angel or anyone really. Nikki Storm. I love Nikki Storm. Kaylee Ray. Shana. Oh, there's so many women who I want to face. So many. Big list.
Yeah, you'll do it. We've got faith. We've got faith.
Have faith. George Michael, like he said, have faith.
I will. You'll get there. You'll get there. Everybody
Yeah.
else, you will. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show, Jezabeth. It's been an absolute...
Oh, thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate you asking me to come on.
Anytime. You're always welcome on. That's anytime you
Oh,
want.
thank you.
All right.
And have a lovely evening.
And thank you very much for taking the time out. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much.
All right. Thanks so much, Jezabeth. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Right.
And that was Jezabeth, our guest for tonight. I think that was cool. It's nice when we have them. It's nice people have on. Fuck off, Bo Leave. Oh, fucking Bo Dallas. We've got to talk about Payback. We've got to talk about everything else.
Oh, you love Bo Dallas. Come on.
Right. On 2 weeks' time.
In 2 weeks' time.
On June the 20th, me and Nixy have got the night off.
Oh, have we?
Yes, we have. On June the 20th, British Wrestling Radio is dead. There is nothing. There is no British Wrestling Radio that night. In its place is Future Pro Wrestling Radio. Now, if you remember our very first charity show we did 2 years ago for Callum, we had an auction for be the owner of British Wrestling Radio for one night. And I was reminded of this fact on Sunday when I met Steve H.D. Evans, one of the owners of FPW. And I remembered it, and I said, yep, do it whenever you wish. So, 2 weeks today, Future Pro Wrestling I will be producing. Me and Nixy might still be in the chat room. But that night, it's all Future Pro Wrestling. And they are going to be in charge of everything. They've got wrestlers coming on, they've got guests and everything. And it's going to be a full night of fun and laughs. That's what I've been told to be. So on June the 20th, Future Pro Wrestling Radio is on the air for one night only. I'm going to see if I can change the website, make it all look nice for them, make it properly, make a real nice evening for them. And so we'll go from there. Thanks very much to everybody so far for tuning in tonight. It's nice to see everybody here. Thanks to Jezabeth for taking the time out of her schedule and also being the champion of the last few days to come on the show. Right, Miss Newman.
Yes, boss.
We've got to cover it. We'll do about Payback. We'll do everything else. Right. What did you do when Seth Rollins turned heel?
I didn't. To be honest, I thought Dean Ambrose had hit Roman Reigns first, and the total legal video that I was watching of it in a hotel room in China was it glitched out, and I turned around and I was talking to Lance at the time, and I went, "What?" Because it was funny. Lance had turned around seconds before and gone, "Oh, I'm really glad they didn't break up the Shield." And then suddenly, oh, look, Seth Rollins has turned. I just kind of sat there, mouth open, going, what? No idea what to make of it. I've got kind of a theory about it, but they probably won't do it.
Fuck off. Don't you start with your fucking theories.
No.
Don't you dare start with your fucking theories now.
No. I said to Lance it'd be really good if Seth Rollins had turned on him as some kind of double agent. It all goes to SummerSlam. Batista comes back.
Fuck off.
And then he turns on, and then Evolution's dead or something like that. But that probably won't happen.
You're doing it again, aren't you?
I'm creating storylines. It's what I do.
You're not. You're just trying to make a fucking bleeding. You're just trying to go deeper. Like I did with fucking Streak. Oh, we can't accept he's been lost. Oh no, there's going to be a theory.
I create storylines. I think that would be a really good idea, but they probably won't do it.
Bollocks to you, fuck's sake. Everybody, I gotta go deeper. Just accept it's a fucking thing on telly.
Yes, I know. Although Lance seems to think that he's going to come in on Monday with a shaved head and wearing a pair of trunks.
Fuck. Yeah, anyway, we're getting more into the teal term because we forgot Blue Teaster Payback. Fuck.
Oh, he got really upset about that, didn't he?
Well, let's be right. This run of Batista is going to be remembered for three things. One, skinny jeans.
Yeah.
Two,
and the crack.
The skinny jeans ripping in the ring.
Yep.
And the Blue Teaster outfit.
Yeah. He got really out his pram on Twitter about that, didn't he?
He's really not had the best of times with fans these last few months, has he? He's...
No.
What was that fucking wave about? That was that fucking robot wave. What the fuck was that about?
I didn't see that. What was that?
When he quit on Raw.
I didn't. I missed that moment. I was at breakfast that day.
You missed it. You must have been... Well, they did show the same fucking bit 6 times. So
I haven't seen it. I'll be really honest.
Oh. Anyway, Payback. What did you reckon to Payback?
What do I remember of it? I think the main thing I remember is the Shield and Evolution, to be honest. I said I saw Brie quitting coming a mile off.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. I've got to tell you what I did at Southside with Gavin. I've got to tell you.
Go on, because this would probably be quite funny.
Right. Everybody knows And if you're Robert Shade in our chat room, you know what I'm going to say. And Gorilla
Thanks.
Report in our chat room knows exactly what I'm going to say
I
as
think
well.
I know what you're going to say.
Right. Every time I saw Gavin, I went, CM Punk, look, he's over there. And Gavin was going, you're going to pack it in with this? And I went, no. Every 5 or 10 minutes, I even did it sat down in the whole arena. I went, Gav, what? CM Punk! And everywhere. Ollie was crying. Ollie was, it was all right. And I'm going, oh, look, CM Punk's over there. And he's giving me evil look. And I went, Gav, I told you I was going to do this. I said I was going to do this. I was going to take DVD and say, look, CM Punk's at Southside. He's on the thing and everything. Before we go any further, we've got to get well soon to Adam Curtis of Southside Wrestling because he tore his anterior cruciate ligament in the ring on Sunday. There was a spot where he came off from Mr. Nation. I'm not saying Hoo-Ha Nation. It's Mr. Nation. So to stop you lot taking the piss out of the way I say it. So,
Why? How do you say it? What's the matter?
Hoo-Ha Nation. Hoo-Ha
What's wrong with
Nation.
that?
He just got this thing, and it got him in a gorilla press. And as he dropped him, his knee buckled.
Oh.
And I thought it was all part of the act. We all thought it was part of the act. And then we saw it, and then I saw him limping to the back. And then he put a picture up, and he said, "Thank you very much, Nation. I've now got a torn cruciate ligament." And his cruciate ligament's gone. It was great there. I was wearing my Rob Maltman guy T-shirt, and Michael was wearing his. So Rob, yeah, but the best of it is Rob Maltman was the announcer for the day.
Boo.
So it was cool to see the fact that he was that, and these kids booed Rob in the ring.
I would have joined in with that.
And he's going like that, and we're stood there going, "Excuse me, look," and this guy's going, "I want Dale Mills." And then he looked at us two, and we've got "I'm Rob Maltman guy" T-shirts on, and he was quiet for the rest of the day. We just looked at him, and he went, "Oh, I better keep quiet." Oh, that was it. Do you remember that dick that was on that kept mouthing all the way through the show?
Yeah. Was he there again?
Yeah, he was sat behind us. Joseph Connors came in the ring, and this is genius. And Robert, I don't know if anybody that was outside of the ring saw this. He gave Joseph Connors some lip, and Joseph Connors came over and he goes, "Hey mate, can you lip read?" And he went, "Yeah," and he went, "Fuck off." And everybody went, "Nice." And he never said a word, this guy, for the rest of the time. He was so quiet, and we're like, "Yeah, it's about time you shut the fuck up, dick." But
it was family friendly.
Fuck that crap. Family friendly, my ass. They do pink Southside jackets.
Oh, you know you want one.
Yeah, I do. I was almost. If I'd have had money on Sunday, I'd have bought one. Because I'm wearing pink this year. I'm wearing pink for my friend, for my mate Rico. I decided the first cricket match of the season. I've got a pink equipment bag, which is my wife's, and I can see it at this moment. It's down here. In fact, I'll take a photograph and show you. This is my, if anybody sees it, but this is my equipment bag I've got for my cricket thing. But this is definitely...
My cricket thing.
Right, this is my cricket... that is my bag, what I have got. So if anybody sees it on the webpage, look, this is my cricket bag. So... But this is the one I'm using this year for my part, because I'm going to start... there's a thing on the homepage, and it's to raise money for cancer research, and what we're doing is he's raising money he's doing a marathon in October. So if you look at the link, it takes you to make a donation to the page, and I'm going to be wearing pink through the cricket season. Every game I wear, I'm going to be wearing pink on me, and I'm going to get some pink wristbands, and I've got the pink bag, and I've got a pink hat and things. So I've got to get another Southside hat, because that was pink, and that'd have been perfect. So that, but I'm doing it for my mate Rico. I'm doing that for this year. It's my little thing to him, and a lot of people was like, "What are you wearing pink for?" And then I told them, and they were like, "Oh, okay, I get the idea now, mate. Sorry."
Takes a man to wear pink, mate.
Takes a real man. Hey, nobody called Bret Hart soft.
Yeah, I know.
Yep, there you go. Nobody called Bret Hart soft. Uh, yeah, fingers crossed. I'm gonna see Bret Hart in end of this year. We're going on the
Okay.
tour. Gonna go and see Bret Hart in Barnsley. I've got to take my niece of. She is the biggest Bret Hart fan there ever has been. All she's ever asked me to is get her some sunglasses. She's nearly 30 years old, and she's going, I want some sunglasses. I want Bret Hart sunglasses. So I've said to her, do you fancy going to meet him? Yeah. Well, then we're going in November. So
Nothing wrong with that. I still want a cane mask, and I'm 24.
they had hurricane masks.
Yeah, but that's not cane, is it?
Well, you said you wanted a hurricane mask.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Yeah. But I think it's different, but that's me all over. Payback, I thought it was cool because you had the first bit I remember of it was Paul Heyman coming out, and you got the entire arena chanting CM Punk. And he goes, he's not here. He's down the road at this other arena because he's watching the Chicago
game.
He's watching the Chicago Blackhawks lose to the LA Kings. And I went, yes, there we go. Bleeding Heyman at his best. Take everything about. Do you know why Stephanie McMahon mentioned him as well in the show?
I couldn't believe that she called him out. I was sat there and I was watching it.
Right, the state of the play with the company, with Punk, is Vince has accepted that he's gone, right? But Vince is always one of these people that gives people second chances, right? You've seen, I mean, the amount of people that's come back that's fucked him over and come back, and like Austin and Lesnar and all these people, and they come back and they do their things. I thought when she said that, Stephanie and Triple H have publicly said they would rather burn in hell than have CM Punk back at WWE now. They really don't want him. They'll say they'll never have that Torag back. He's gone. He's finished with the WWE. So that's the state of the play. And did he really? Bo Dallas referenced him, Phil and the Blackhawk. Oh, yeah, that fair enough. Overall, though, what do you reckon? Sheamus and Cesaro as an opener?
Cesaro. Why do you always call him Cesario?
Cesaro.
So you said Cesario.
I said Cesaro.
No, you said Cesario.
I said what?
You said Cesario.
She's saying I said Cesario.
You did.
Did I?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
You always say Cesario.
I'm getting it from Bleeding Lindsay, and I'm getting it from you.
Yeah, well, you deserve it.
Shut up, woman!
Let's see, I've only been back a little while. I'm already getting abused.
Nixy Newman, my wife's got something to say to you.
What's that?
Chocolate brownies.
Oh, yeah, I owe some, don't I?
Yeah, she's stood there now going, brownies. Who said brownies? Did you? Oh, yeah, she's asking, did you see a Mickey Mouse cake?
I haven't seen anything.
Oh.
Don't forget, I've been away from it for 2 weeks. I still kind of don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, wait till you see it. That's all. It's a 3-tier cake my wife made. 16 fucking hours in my house. Anyway. Anyway, to get back to the I enjoyed Payback. What was the second match? I'll have to check out this. Hold on, excuse me. I forgot bleeding.
Was it Wade? Well, don't forget you had Hornswoggle versus what's his face in a mask match.
Mask versus hair.
To be fair, I've got to give it up to Hornswoggle because the crowd really enjoy his match. They really enjoyed the Torito versus him. You got to give it to them.
I think they did all right, but I
know, but for some reason the crowd really like him. I don't know why.
What?
And Lindsay's talking to him.
Give me a job now.
She's giving you drugs or a job.
She's saying she can't get in bed. No, don't. You'll get in bed. Just shift it back. I don't care. It's my show. Just shift it back. Yeah, sure. That go on.
Where's Mike? Where's Mike? Is Mike in?
No, he's not.
Oh man.
Will you piss off and leave me alone?
Oh, don't say that.
I just have. My My ass. My ass.
This is what you get if you go and stay with Dean and Lindsay for 2 days, and it's absolutely hilarious. One of the most entertaining things in the world, these two.
No, it's not.
I think you should have your own reality TV show. I really do.
No, never happened. Never happened in a million years. Oh yeah, Lindsay is going to be on telly though. Yeah, she's going to be on.
Oh, is she, boy?
Yeah, 'cause Channel 5. See, caught on camera, CCTV.
Oh yeah, I remember you
So,
talking about that in February.
Yeah. Like, Lindsay, do you mind? I'm doing a fucking show here. Piss off.
Let Lindsay talk.
No, I'm not letting her talk. It's a wrestling show, not bleeding cake and fucking Big Brother bleeding thing.
I don't like Big Brother, to be fair.
I'll fucking lawyer. It's, but anyway, get back to Payback. See, this is what happens when you have fucking wives. I've completed Wade Barrett versus Rob Van Dam. Obvious that Wade was going to win it easily. So we had that, and I thought overall, I think Payback was a decent pay-per-view. Cena versus Bray Wyatt.
Again, the issue with that was you knew he wasn't going to lose. I think I fell asleep during that one, actually, to be honest. I didn't see it live because we were going to see the Giant Buddha, but I did watch it back. You knew he wasn't going to lose, and it was a shame because I would have loved to see Bray win that. But I think it was just all building up to the Shield evolution. Everyone was just kind of like, oh, poor old Roman Reigns. Have you seen his back?
That is one hell. I mean, I love it when. I mean, have you seen that status I put up a few weeks ago when I said there's a people that are saying wrestling's fake, and I said, yeah, well, how fucking real is EastEnders then?
Yeah,
and,
I did say that.
And but overall, Payback, I'll give it a better than average pay-per-view. It was a cracking one, I thought, for WWE to put out, and the way they done it.
Alicia Fox versus Paige. Although again, unfortunately, I fell asleep during that one.
Alicia Fox, I'm sorry, but she's got no business. This is my personal thing again. Alicia Fox has got no business being on a fucking pay-per-view. She's got no business on anything. The segment with Bo Dallas and Kofi Kingston. As soon as I saw Kofi Kingston, I went jobber.
Yeah.
I
thought Bo Dallas was going to come in as a face.
Hill Stevens just said it in the chat room. Brie Bella slapping Stephanie. What a crack! Did you see that?
I did see that. I saw her. I knew she was just going to. I knew she was going to turn around and quit. I don't know why. I just knew for some reason. I knew it was coming. But I didn't know she was going to stab Steph.
And Stephanie McMahon peeing herself. You seen the pic?
No.
Yeah, she's peed herself. It looks like she's peed herself on a dress.
All right, can someone show me that then, please?
Right, give me a sec. Whoa,
it was probably a Facebook picture, and it's one again. I won't have seen it.
Right, give me 1 minute. I'm finding it right now. I'm going to wzronline.com.
I love the fact that they put you down in your stillcode.com for them.
Shut up. It's Ryan, isn't it? I rang him up, though. I rang him up and had a go at him. So, for fuck's sake. What the fuck's this? What the fuck?
This is Dean's secret obsession with the tweenies, everyone.
They've got fucking advertisements that's blasting out the page. Right, let me have a look. Pictures, hot pictures. Stephanie McMahon pissed herself. There we go. That's the one we want. But if anybody can get it and show it, yeah. But that Brie slap, that was one hell of a.
It wasn't bad, actually.
Not bad. That was a cracker.
I'm never going to be a fan of Brie Bella or the other one, but she's still. I don't know if she is genuinely quitting. She probably isn't, but she's got a bit of what. She still can't talk very well, but her slap wasn't bad. Give it a due. It did have a good bit of rebound.
Yeah, Tamina Snuka's out for 6 months. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I have seen her with a knee injury, although I don't know what she's done yet.
Oh, we've got to cover that one. That guy that won $2.3 million in the judgment against Abdullah the Butcher.
I did. He got hepatitis C, didn't he? I did read about that.
Yeah, we've really got to talk about that. We got to get into that today as well. Before we go any further, I have forgot to do something, and I am so ashamed of the fact that I forgot to do this. British Wrestling Radio's always done this, and I forgot to do it, so I'm doing it now. And that's the local events that's coming up. Now, tonight we had in Sheffield Elite British Wrestling, Brawl in the Hall, and we also had Pro Wrestling for You, Silverdale Showdown. We want to send our deepest sympathies and condolences to legend of the business, Keith Myatt. His mum passed away earlier on this week, and everybody, and I'm sure I can speak for everybody within British Wrestling Radio, that I can say our condolences and our best wishes goes to Keith and his family at this terrible time. We hope that our condolences, nothing we can say is going to make it better, but we are thinking of Keith and his family at this terrible time of the passing of his mum. So really, really sorry to hear that this week about Keith Myatt's mum. And if anybody don't know who Keith Myatt is, you want to slap him. Sunday, we've got no wrestling matches. We've got no wrestling tomorrow, but on Sunday we've got Progress versus IPW Future Endeavour at the White Oak Leisure Centre in Swanley at 4:00. Then on Friday the 13th, Fight Club Pro presents International Techers Part 2, the Planet Nightclub in Wolverhampton. So then that's at 7:30. Also on Saturday the 14th of June, we've got WAW Wrestling at the Epic Studios in Norwich. Robert Shade and Jinx, the pro wrestler, are going to that one, apparently. The Epic Studios at All Day. We've also got Free Pro Wrestling at the Sutton Area Leisure Centre in Carlshalton. And FPW doing a free show. That's down at the Sutton Area Arena. So the Sutton Area Leisure Centre next Saturday at 12:00. At 5:30 next on the 14th of June, we have Southside Wrestling presents Appetite for Destruction, featuring Dave Mastiff versus Mr. Nation. I am not saying it. I will not say it because you take the fucking piss.
You love Dave Mastiff.
Hey, I've got something. Going to go into this. I'm fucking...
Mark.
Fuck you. I don't give a shit. Fuck anyone that calls me a mark. I've got it bad. I'm really had a go at people on Sunday for this, and I'm really, really going to have a go now. You've got me on my fucking thing. So we've got Southside Wrestling presents Appetite for Destruction at the Biddenough Valley Leisure Centre in Stoke-on-Trent. Also, at 7:00 on Saturday, Runcorn Wrestling Alliance Boiling Point Election Night Fight at the Grangeway Community Centre in Runcorn. And then also at 7:30 at the Academy Buckley in Buckley, Flintshire, United Kingdom. Britannia Wrestling Promotions presents at the Academy in Buckley. Then on Sunday the 15th of June, Kamikaze Pro is their first anniversary show. Congratulations to everybody concerned with Kamikaze Pro Wrestling. That's at the Meadway Sports and Social Club in Birmingham, the United Kingdom. And then at 4:30 on Sunday, we've got Rev Pro Summer Sizzler featuring Shinsuke Nakamura, Carl Anderson, Kevin Steen, and more at the York Hall, Bethnal Green in London. And also we're going all the way up to the 20th of June, and we've got wrestling, Burton Latimer, the 20th of June, Friday at 6:00. Extreme American Wrestling at the Community Centre, Pioneer Avenue, Burton Latimer, Northamptonshire. And at 6:30 same night, Future Shock Wrestling presents Underground at the Longfield Suite in Manchester. And also we have Total Action Wrestling, Hell to Pay, Milton Keynes Wrestling at the Walton Leisure Centre in Jezabeth will be defending her title at that point. Then, on Saturday, the 21st of June, House of Pain Evolution Wrestling presents Evolution 9. Our lawyers made us change the name of this show so we wouldn't get sued. At the Forest Town Welfare in Mansfield. And we also got on the 22nd, Wrestling in Corby, tables match at the Corby Masonette Complex. There we go. And all the way down to the 27th of June, and the Scottish Wrestling Entertainment Awards ceremony at the Black Watch Club in Dundee. All-Star Wrestling happening at the Cloverdale Fairgrounds in Surrey. Oh no, that's in Canada. Sorry. On the 28th of June, this is great. Preston City Wrestling presents Tribute to the Troops. It is a free show featuring Carlito and Chris Masters at the Harris Flights in Preston, Lancashire. It is a complete free show from start to finish. Go and see PCW for free. The more people go, the better it is. I'm not. What do you mean? Distinct like a Scottish show's been mentioned. They're on my events list. I can't see anything else. I've been trying to find them all that. Like, don't give me that crap, bleeding Nix Pixie. What do you mean, Scottish? There's no Scottish wrestling things are going. British Wrestling Promotions Rookie Division on the 28th of June as well. So I've got to get these people to send me invites because it's really doing me nothing and everything. And then on the 5th of July, we've got NWA New Breed Wrestling presents Passion for Glory in Branbury, and LCW Summertime 14 at the Buckingham College in Leicester. Oh, we've got one here. The Doc Hex on the 6th of July. The Doc Hendricks Wrestling Time Machine at the Art Glasgow in Glasgow, United Kingdom. That looks different. There you go, Scottish. Tomorrow, Sunday. All right. Sorry, did not. The problem is, I get invited to so many things, and some people go, "Oh, you need to do this. You need to do this. You need to do this." And oh, cheers, Asa, for the question thread. He's put up the question thread already. ICW is we're in June. I've only started doing June. We'll do like 13th of July when we get closer. Scottish, no, fuck all about no. Oh, while they're in here, we've got a brand new website. There's a new affiliate of ours. It's called Wrestle Talk for You. Robert Shade and a cast of millions, and they're all top classic wrestlers and top writers that are doing this new website called Wrestling Talk for You. All right? There you go. End the story. Breathe deeply. Now, you just fucking did. I just did the bleeding start of July. I didn't do the fucking middle. I only went down so far. Give me a break, woman. Right, this thing. Right, we're going to Raw. Where do you think they're going to go with this Seth Rollins thing? Oh, we had Goldust and Cody Rhodes splitting up. He's trying to
no, at the minute, Cody's telling Goldust to find a new partner.
And he ended up with Sin Cara. What?
Pardon? Yeah, I know.
And he ended up with Sin Cara. What the fuck's that about?
Friendly neighbourhood Sin Cara.
Wait, what have I said to you about fucking singing? What have I said to you? I've warned you a million times now. Right? I've warned you about singing.
Yeah, well, I'm warning you about Cena.
Hey, you can't stop it. Hold on. Guess who's ringing? Guess who's ringing? Evening, Pixie.
Hello.
Right, what is this about me not knowing about Scottish wrestling?
Yeah, you did the start of July, but the point in the matter is you missed the show that's tomorrow, you missed the show that's Sunday, you missed the show that's on the 20th of fucking June, and you missed the show on the 26th of June.
If I don't get invites, I don't know about them.
Yeah, but you could ask.
All right, I'm asking. Go on then. Go on.
I fucking forgot now. No, I'm joking. There is a wrestling show, I fuck knows where it is, but it's the Scottish Wrestling Alliance's sort of sister promotion. They're called Pride, and they have a show tomorrow in the Bridgeton Town Hall, I think it is, and that's going to be pretty cool. Never been to that promotion myself, probably wouldn't go, but never mind, it's going to be awesome anyway. And then we have the non-ICW Fierce Females on Sunday. And my door's doing my fucking head in.
Yeah.
And then on the 26th of July, we have June, we have ICW in Edinburgh, I think. And then on the 13th of July, I'm doing it anyway. 13th of July, they're back in London, which I'm not going to because I didn't like London that much. And yeah, I think that's it.
You didn't like London that much?
Didn't like London that much. Given the fact I was in agony for like half of it.
Yeah, I'll give it that. Yeah, you was a bit in a bit of pain, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
A lot of people ask me, why am I not going? And I said, the next time I see ICW is when I see him in Glasgow. I've got that promise to keep, and I will.
Yeah, see, I was hoping to get you up here like for the 26th of July because it's going to be fucking amazing. But then it turned out the tickets are almost sold out, and I'm not going to that either.
Yeah.
I don't know when I'm going back to ICW, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah. Other promotions. Oh, and Showcase have a show. When Showcase? Fuck it, that's August. I don't want to get shot. Yeah, Showcase have a show in August, by the way. Just saying. But yeah.
Yeah. So, you've been all right.
Yeah, I finally recovered from Raw.
Oh, well, yeah.
I'm
Go
not
on then.
kidding.
What did you reckon to Mr. Rollins doing the turning heel?
Right, well, you already know this, but when he turned on Ambrose and Reigns, I cried my fucking eyes out twice.
It's just
And
a fucking heel turn.
yeah,
It's
I
just...
know, but I didn't expect it. Two, anyone who knows me knows what I think of the Shield. Part of me thinks that Reigns deserved it though for the way he was with me in Glasgow and the way he was with everyone in Glasgow when I met them. But yeah, I cried my fucking eyes out. I can't deny it. I fucking loved the Shield. Glad it was Seth though, because if it had been anyone else and they had hit Seth with a chair, I wouldn't have been happy.
I think it's we all knew it was coming. So I mean, me and Nix have always said, how long can the Shield carry on for?
Yeah, no, I get that.
But everybody thought it'd be Dean Ambrose. But it's once again, it's the internet wrestling community. Once again, it's Vince McMahon, it's Triple H and Stephanie putting up the middle fingers to the entire internet wrestling community and going, "You think you know us? You really think you know what we're gonna do? Fuck you!" And they do it better than anyone, and that's the thing about it. They really, really do. And everybody now. It's like when Nexus destroyed Raw. It's like Daniel Bryan.
Don't.
You want to tune into the following week to see why and everything that happens and thing.
Yeah, it's like I should have been expecting it. I got attached to the fucking Nexus as well.
Yeah.
And the Core. Fuck, remember them? Yeah.
Right. Well,
I have
anyway,
a thing for factions.
Yeah, well, thanks for ringing. Thanks for putting me in my place about Scottish, and I'm sure I'll get it along. And congratulations on the launch of the new website.
Thank you.
And good luck with all the Wrestle Talk for you guys, and things. And look forward to seeing your contributions and everything on the page and the website as well.
Yeah.
All right, Marlo. Take care of yourself.
You too. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
There you go. Nixy, guess what I did this week?
What's that?
I threw away the computer that started British Wrestling.
Oh, did you give it a funeral?
No, I just threw it in the bin. Well, actually, it's on the side of my house, but I'm not using it. I can't throw it away.
Oh.
I can't do it. That's the baby that started this. It's that little thing. I've just put a picture up on your...
Yeah, I've seen it. What I'll have to do is go back to Payback and watch it.
Yeah, but Lance is doing an explanation of it, so I'll give Lance the thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Eel Stevens says, you watch. Seth Rollins is going to wear a suit and dye his whole hair black again, so we won't see the blonde bit anymore. Do you reckon he's going to say bye-bye to the blonde bit?
I still don't understand what the blonde bit's for, quite honestly. So
Anyway, I'm going to talk about Southside last weekend because I went toe-to-toe with a superhero. Nixie's like, oh, God. Aren't you?
Yeah, I'm just going to leave you lot to him, actually, while he carries on with that.
No, you're not, because me and you was going to talk about this. Cause
oh, we okay?
You know for a fact how long I'd waited to meet this guy.
I know.
You know how long. Everybody knew. I just went and just going and it was a cracking date. I think the first match we had out. Oh, what was it? No, first match. Oh yeah, Styx versus Will Ospreay. Now Will Ospreay got injured in this match, and
the enemy.
Yeah. Yeah, your
you know what? We've got to get him on that show one day. We've got to get him on our show one day because I'm going to go, the enemy, and he's going to go, what?
No, we're not, because I'm not having you diss anybody on this show. I'm not having anybody.
I'm not. No, it's not a diss. He'll find it funny.
No, he won't.
He will find it funny.
Yes, I was. I was behind fucking Gavin in the bleeding photograph queue for the fucking hurricane. Yes, I was.
Oh, God, were you?
Yeah, but it was all right. It was in and out in a minute. Gavin I've got to give congratulations to Gav because he's sorting himself out. He's got a new job. He looked very smart, all in black. He looked like a fucking pencil, but there we go. He got his new spiky hairdo. He looks all right. He's great, but he's still got the Hulk Hogan hair club. But he looks all right, poor tall kid. And Ollie was handing out all his usual things. He's got business cards with the Gorilla Report. So, game as Joe, there was a cracking day. I met nice to meet Robert as usual and everybody. Raffle and Dale Mills has got a new hairstyle. Dale Mills had all his hair cut off. So, but the first match, Styx and Osprey was really cool. We had that, and second match now. I mean, I did this thing on Britrest Chat this week where I was talking about the. Hold on, in fact, I know exactly where I'm gonna go. Excuse me 1 second here. Yeah, if you want anybody, if anyone wants your latest up-to-date service of results and everything for the thing, please go to WrestleRopes.wordpress.com. So you get and everything like that. They've got all the latest things about the ICW results, Target Wrestling, and the South Side. Right, South Notorious 4. This is the way I remember it now. Here we go. Following the match from Styx and Will Ospreay is Styx attack Will Ospreay with a chain and choking him out until Robbie X stopped the attack. Then we had Chris Travis, Sheffield Wednesday fan. Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Defeated Mr. Nation by pinfall, and afterwards Adam Curtis badly injured his knee with a bad thing. And then we had a three-way match between El Ligero and Robbie X and Juventud Guerrera. He came out and doing all his juice thing. He had his own announcer. He had his own Mexican announcer. Do you know, for 1 second though, that I thought it was Ricardo Rodriguez going, hello, hooray for Mexico.
What toe face?
Yeah, but it weren't. It was this nice, fit young female. It was this fit female. But El Ligero won that, so his losing streak is over. Styx caused Robbie X to lose, and he was limping badly at the end of the match. And so there's going to be a war between Styx and Robbie X. Can see it. Then, the funniest thing of the whole day. Martin Kirby came out, the Igor Dragon, and was going around the whole ring. And the thing that did it was, as he was going around the ring, Ollie and his mates, I think Ollie and his mate were sat next to each other. And Kirby saw him looking away, and he just went up to him and went, rah! And Ollie jumped out of his fucking skin. It was it was hilarious to see. If it's on the DVD, I swear it's worth it just for that moment alone. Ollie shat himself. Absolutely shat himself. We roared. All of us absolutely fucking roared that saw it. That Ollie just shat himself completely. It just scared him out of his seat. It was the funniest thing in the world. But honest to God, real cool match between Hurricane and that, and this little kid that got his action figure signed by the Hurricane afterwards was a real nice touch as well. And he did bring his Hurricane belt, and I did have my photograph taken out of the after the event, and well before the event started, my photograph took where he complimented my British Warrior Radio's T-shirt. I see. He said, that's a nice shirt. You there or what? Have you pissed off again? It's still there. Nixy, woo!
I'm here. I'm just listening to you talk.
No, but I'm trying to talk a conversation with her. You know, two-way conversation.
I know, well, you're kind of talking, you know,
Yeah.
I wasn't there,
But,
so I'm just listening to what you experienced.
Yeah, but it's like, I mean, Hurricane just saying, no, that British Warrior Radio. I went, yeah, it's British Wrestling Radio, yeah. And we had a nice chat about the British Wrestling Radio, and I didn't ask him to come on the show because I know for the fact he'd be back in America by the end of the night. So there was no way. I have got something to say as well. Or we might be getting on. So I'm in contact with him. You're gonna flip. You are gonna go mental. This is
Are we going to sort of talk about this later or now?
No, we'll do it now because I think your reaction's going to hit the fucking roof. Who I've got lined up. He said yes, but he wants payment. But we're going to see what happens and see if we can get him on. Anyway, after the Hurricane and Kirby, we had the break where people was going to get photographs took with Hurricane, and then we had the Money in the Bank match, which was awesome. You will love this guy called Shay Samuels with T-Bone, the Essex boys.
Yeah.
There were two Essex boys, and it was like they'd been tagged. It looked like this was a tag team in the making. It really was. They gelled so well together. They looked as though they were a proper tag team. You got the two guys from the Predators. You got the two guys from the Bangor Knights in this Money in the Bank. And then you had T-Bone and Shay Samuels together as well. And from start to finish, it was just spot after spot after spot. Everywhere was flying. And Joseph Connor's got the win, so he's now in possession of the Money in the Bank briefcase, which as everybody knows, gives you a title shot where and when of your choosing. The last two people to have this belt, this briefcase, Max Angelis and Mark Haskins, and both of them became Southside Heavyweight title winners. So who knows? And then after that, we had the match of the night. In my eyes, and a lot of people's eyes, the whole match of the night. Chris Hero was versing Dave Mastiff. And I'm not saying it's because it's Dave Mastiff. And Nixie's going to be saying, oh, he's a mark. He marked out. If anybody was there to see this match, you will know what I'm going to say. It just... the thing that did it... What are you eating?
Nothing, why?
I can hear...
I'm not eating anything at the minute.
Makes a change.
Shut up. Bollocks to you.
Oh, hey, did you have chopsticks? Can you master the chopsticks yet?
I can indeed, yes.
Really? How long did it take you?
I'd been practicing before we went. I bought my own set of pink ones.
Oh, gee. I think, Robert, I think my ideas was the Money in the Bank match was great. I like the fact that you had them 6 guys. But this was just 2 guys, and they had a banging match. I was shocked. A lot of people were shocked how good Mastiff moved because a lot of people don't know about Dave Mastiff down in the south side and down south. They should do because it's a shame that they don't. Because Dave Mastiff, he's got a better beard than the Wyatts. And he was just... Oh, the things that him and the Hero did together was just everything. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that one. Oh, shit, yeah. Sorry, second best match of the night. Because after we had Dave Mastiff beat Chris Hero, and Dave Mastiff went to shake hands with Chris Hero and then cheap shotted him with an elbow and walked out. That was a very, very nice heel turn by Mr. Mastiff. Tommy End versus Mark Haskins, which is going to be, if you get to see Southside on August the 9th in Nottingham, you are one jammy fucker because literally you're going to see another one of these matches with these two. Tommy End is the man. Tommy End, this is the year of the anti-hero. By a mile, this is the year of the anti-hero. Because Tommy End at this moment in time is firing on every cylinder there's known to man. If you get the chance to see Tommy End in either on his own or with the tag team Sumerian Death Squad, please, please do. The guy is firing every single. Also, at the end, what happened they just had a war. And towards the end, you had Tommy End spit in Haskins' face. Haskins lost it. Super kicked the ref. Got disqualified. Well, he got disqualified because he wouldn't release the hold. So when the referee was explaining it, the whole crowd went fucking ape shit, going, why can you fucking disqualified? Sack the ref, kill the ref. He got kicked. And he kicked it. And next thing, ask Ben Winters. Ask him. He still hasn't got his Southside DVD. Might be in the post. Don't worry, I'll get you a few and I'll send them you, mate. Don't worry. We had that, and at the end of it, we had this thing where Tommy Yen stole the Southside belt, and he's now in possession of the Southside belt. And everybody's saying, and now Southside management have said that they want the belt back, and he's not returning calls and he's not doing anything like that. I wouldn't want to be the person that asks us for that belt back. Ain't never happening. Keep the belt as long as you want, Mr. Dent, until you fetch it back to an event. But not happening. He stole the belt. And if anybody's seen the videos on YouTube from Southside, then so it was one of them things, and a cracking day at Southside. We had the MVP. The Slammiversary main event for TNA's in doubt at the moment because of MVP got injured at Preston.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear that?
I did. I keep reading it online.
Yeah. Oh, I see. You're getting up to date now. You're getting. It's only took you 2 years, but you're classing on the British team, which is
Shut up.
Getting there. 2 years ago, you wouldn't even know who Chris Travis was, and look at you now. And so we had the thing, and I think the man of the night had to be Rob Maltman because I'll give you. No, Nix, don't boo. No, you can't say boo to this. Since long as I've known Rob, he's had two ambitions. One was to pronounce a House of Pain wrestling show, and the other was to do a Southside show. And he's done both now. And I'm going to say, well done, mate. You did a cracking banging job. It was great to see him actually do it. You could see he was beaming from ear to ear the whole way through. You could have hit him in the balls, and he'd have still been smiling. So I think Rob deserves a lot of credit for that. He's always said he wanted to call a Southside show, and he did it. And if you boo him, fine. But he's not worthy of the boos. Rob's a real good lad, and I love him to bits. And the fact that he did it really means something to him. And he could see it in his face afterwards. He says, I've done it. And I went, yeah, you done. That's another one of your bucket list you can tick off. And he went, yeah. And you could see he was like a little kid because he's actually achieved his ambition. So that was a real thing. That was a real nice thing to do. I've also got to say thank you to our guest host that we had while this person decided to go to the other side of the bleeding world. Got to say thank you to Joe Tarpey from the Party Bomb that did the first week. And then we've got Michael Webb and Matthew Moore from Outside the Ropes as well for stepping in last Sunday as well. Last Friday night, I just didn't do it, Nix. I had a complete breakdown.
I know.
I was bored. I was just one of them days where I thought I could do it, and I just couldn't do it at the end of it. And I apologize to everybody for that. It seems we're losing listeners because of it, but we'll get them back. We always get them back, and they'll come home. And it's summer now, so people doing things like getting pissed and things. Right, I've got some announcements about the future of British Wrestling Radio. We are coming away from Justin.tv.
Oh, you decided to do it then?
Because we're going to go to Ustream. Because literally, if there is an app that people can use Ustream and they can listen to us on a mobile phone. They won't be in the chat room, but if you want to listen to us on a mobile phone, you won't be in the chat room anyway. So, as of next week, Ustream will be in the place of British Wrestling Radio. So, we're coming away from Justin TV, and the Ustream thing will be there instead of that thing that you see on the right-hand side now. So that's one of the things. Also, thank you to everybody that supported me in my new project that's been happening over the last few weeks. It seems to be gathering momentum. So thank you very much to everybody that supported me on that. I'm keeping the two entities apart. I'm not going to mix the two. The only way you'll mix the two is beneath the pages when you see it on the YouTube thing underneath. So that's the way it's going to be. That's the only way of doing it. The network is still going. I've got to say thanks to Ross Briffett and Michael Webb for their show, the Takeover Wrestling Broadcast. they're doing a great job at the moment. Still finding their feet, the top lads, but they are trying their best, and it is an interesting way of talking. They talk more about the Japanese side, and Japanese things, and all the other bits and bobs that's been happening. Um, yeah, I heard about this. AJ Styles slagging off Lionheart, and so I'm gonna have to listen to Jericho's podcast. If anybody gets to listen to that, there's a channel on YouTube, and I've been listening to a lot of things. I have got to tell you this story. I have got to tell you this. I put it up on the page. It is the best wrestling rib there's ever been, and Jim Cornette does it better than anyone else. But there's this wrestling rib that happened in the 70s, and it was an absolute legend. And if anybody can, I'll find it on YouTube and I'll put it on. It was that good. It made Steve Austin cry.
Oh God.
He was laughing his head off, crying because it was that funny. Yeah.
Well, that must take a lot because Steve's not the sort of bloke that would cry over nothing, is he?
He just says, "I can't stop crying." He's just really funny. I think AJ is just trying to get himself booked back over here with Lionheart because Lionheart's now the general manager of PCW. So we got that as well. I put up a picture this week that showed you that we've got kind of match in the Attitude Era. Tables match and all this thing, all the usual, your month and the day he was born and all that. Seemed to go down well. Got a few more likes. Now 1,457.
Yay.
We're going to get 2,000 one day. We're going to hit 2,000. You can see it. Really, really can. I've got to say thanks to the guys at Wrestle Ropes for sharing. Not Wrestle Ropes, WrestleManiacs. I do apologize. WrestleManiacs and the Yes Movement for sharing our page this week. Thank you so much to them, guys. Right. Now, this week, Abdullah the Butcher is now $2.3 million worse off. What's the name of this wrestler that won?
I don't know.
I'll let me find out. So. Ooh.
Is that you or me?
I'm gonna find out now. See if I can see. Steve Flutter's annoyed. We haven't said that. We haven't said anything bad about PCW, have we? Devin Nicholson. That's it. Devin Nicholson. He got bladed. He had a match with Abdullah the Butcher a few years ago, and he. Oh fuck me! I've been invited to about 15 events now. Shit, Pixie's invited me to all these events. I think that what we've had is they've had this thing where he had a blood match and he got was it hepatitis C?
C.
And he got this and he's now sued him in court and he's won. He's actually won the case. Now, do you think this is going to change wrestling forever? Or is it just going to be a one-off?
I thought that was Nigel McGuinness's job to change it from that.
I thought of Nigel McGuinness when I saw this. I really did.
So did I.
EastEnder. Shut up. It's not real. It's worse than wrestling. EastEnders ain't real.
No, you missed my. Oh God, leave it.
I know.
You can say Sheffield Wednesday every time we mention Chris Travis.
Oh yeah, EastEnders. Yeah.
I'm an EastEnder.
All right, I get you. But it's just the way this goes is there's got to be repercussions somewhere because now you've got that. What's to stop other wrestlers doing it to other wrestlers? It could be the start of big things. This because look at how much blood was spilled during the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era, and you got all the ECW guys that bled and everything, and miracle upon miracle that nobody actually, and even TNA up to a few years ago. I think I think the days of blading yourself in the ring are gone. I believe that now. I do believe that's it now. The were days of seeing people bleed in a ring are gone. Unless you're Bray Wyatt, who got bled because he got that shot on the arm from Cena with the steel chair on steel steps on Sunday, and he split his arm open. You see that? Next. She's gone. First one tonight. We're now an half in, and the first time she's disappeared. I don't know. I think that's it's one of them. Oh, she's back. Hey,
I am. Right, with regards to, like, I'll be honest, I've just thought of this while it's been quiet, right? There are some matches that do really need the blood, I feel, to really push them. But only if it's done safely. Because, I mean, we are a lot more cautious with it than we used to be. But, I mean, if it can't be done safely, I would really rather it wasn't done at all. But that, you know, they have to be a bit more careful, I think, sometimes with how they do it.
I'm going to change the subject. I've just seen Facebook. This is the reaction from Lionheart. This has got repercussions of going. This, you know, when you get one of them nights on Facebook when it blows.
Oh yeah.
Tonight's that night. Lionheart's just put this on Facebook. It says exactly 1 hour in. Very disheartening. And he's put the Jericho. And people are saying, I've just listened to this, man. I don't even know what to say. Why? Beyond disrespectful, the way that he spoke about the situation goes to show you can go to a 2 WWE or TNA, but true class comes from the man. Maybe Mr. Styles can learn some class from you. And somebody called Pixies called him a fuckwit. There we go. I think at the end of the day, it's up to the individuals, but now I think the days of bleeding in a match are gone. I do believe that now because we're in a different time and a different era, and I just don't think it could do it.
Can I just say that actually makes AJ look like a right arse, because it was actually proven that he really, really wasn't to blame for the whole thing anyway, was he?
Yeah, but
so he's just made himself look
you know
really
what it's
bad.
for? It's just trying to make him because he's a heel at the moment. He's just trying to make himself look a heel.
Maybe.
Fuck him. Fuck him. I know which side I'm on. Definitely. So, but you look at it, and I will get back to this hepatitis thing. We know that Nigel McGuinness has been campaigning for everything and all this thing, and you've got all these things happen with the apron and everything. You don't want people to pass on other things. Do you think it's going to get to a day where they're going to sign a disclaimer that says I take full responsibility? But in some ways you don't, because if you're still bleeding, you're still going to be bleeding on that canvas and everything, and people after you are going to be using that canvas unless they trying to be. I'm sorry, I've just completely thrown off. If they've got another apron and they replace it after that match, so everything's been cleared clean, then yeah, fair enough. But if they're going to use the same apron for every match, and as you've got blood on the floor and everything, it's a different time now. There's so many things out there. There's so many diseases and everything like that. I would not like to take that chance, to be honest. If somebody said to me, do you want to do a hardcore match and bleed, then I'd have to think really twice. But that's me. I mean, what am I doing it? But we'll see. I know for the fact there's a lot of wrestling promotions out there that do like the Extreme Rules thing, and they do sell tickets because of that. And that's the way they are. But there's other people that don't do it that way. And it's up to the individuals. And if they've got everything in order and they've got everything, that's fine. Me, personally, I think that era's going. I think that era's going to be dead in before we do anything else. What are you doing?
Just changing something over, that's all. I'm listening to you. I'm
Alright.
talking to you.
Yeah. But,
Woman multitasking, remember?
multitasking. Yeah, whatever. Oh, Jezabeth the wrestler likes our page. Hey! there
She
we-
does indeed.
Oh, cool. Excellent. But it's like there's a lot of things out there that's. But I think this is 2.3 million is a hell of a lot of money to win.
It is. What are you going to do with it all, though?
That's if he gets it.
Well, yeah, you got to get it first, I
Because
suppose.
Abdullah the
That's true.
Butcher, he must be in his 60s now. He must be 60s or something. So I think that's So I think at the end of the day, it's up to that individual. But good evening, Mr. Warrior. Hope you've enjoyed a nice thing. Tag me in a post. Who's been tagging me in a post now? Oh, Great Britain lad. What's this? Great Bitchfield. Oh. It's all these name of roads. Bitchfield, Twat, Butthole Road, Tit-Up Hall Drive, Fanny
Town
Street,
is that one?
Fanny Street, Crotch Crescent, Jubbs Close, Busty View, Bushbank, Hard-On Road, Happy Bottom, The Knob, Cox, Titty Hole, Sluts Hole Lane. They're all names of streets in this country and places where you can live. So there you go. That's it. It's fucking superb. I love Britain. I love the Britain things. But end of the day, now next thing. I've been called a lot of things since I started British Wrestling Radio, and there's one word that drives me up the fucking wall. And the person who calls it me more than anybody else is Nixy Newman. That word is Mark.
I only jokingly do it.
I don't give a flying fuck. If I show emotions at a wrestling show and I'm happy to see a wrestler that I like and I mark out, so fucking what?
Can I just say, right? You completely used to call me an AJ, Mark.
You are.
There you go then. So you're calling me it.
Right. I just think everybody has a go at me. Oh, you're a Cena, Mark. Oh, you're John Cena.
I've never
Mark.
called you a Cena, Mark.
You did earlier on.
Not a Cena, Mark.
But end of the day, if I'm a Mark because I enjoy seeing certain wrestlers, then fuck it, yeah. I don't give a shit. It's like I'm too. Oh, I think I got it on Sunday. Gavin went, oh yeah, it was that. Gavin said to me, "Oh look, you're fucking Mark," and I went, "Yeah, what's wrong with that?" The fact that I show emotions at a fucking wrestling show, that I'm happy to see a wrestler, fucking damn right. And I don't give a flying shit what anyone thinks. If I'm happy to see someone, I'll do it. I'll show it. That day when Dave Mastiff came out was a great surprise. I fucking love Dave Mastiff. The fact that if you thought I was bad in February this year, you should have seen me at fucking Full House when he came out. And there was about 25 people in the fucking audience. That was hilarious. Because there was only me and this other bloke that was shouting, Mastiff's gonna kill you. Two people saying it in the whole place. But Dave Mastiff just looked at us and gave us this big smile on his face. And he went, thanks. Because no one else knew who the fuck he was. Mastiff is the man. Dave Mastiff is amazing. And things. But the big news that's just been breaking in the last hour, if you've just joined us, is that AJ Styles has decided to say some bad, ignoratory things about Lionheart on a podcast with Chris Jericho. Now, I don't know exactly what's said because we're going to have to get more and more into this. But we're going to have to see what's happening as well. And we're going to go and see exactly what AJ has said. But Steve Fludder is not very happy, and Lionheart is disappointed. And I have just been put up. Oh my God.
What?
Oh, there's a poster up of Elite British Wrestling, and in the top right-hand corner is the BWR logo.
Yay.
We are on Elite British Wrestling's logo posters. I love these guys. And plus, I'm trying to get back in the Rumble. I want to do the Rumble.
Oh,
again.
don't let him back in again.
I want to do the Rumble.
You can't.
Right, I've just been handed the card for Appetite for Destruction for next week for Southside. Project Ego will take on Starbucks, which is Mark Haskins and Robbie X. We've also got Paul Malin versus Joseph Connors in the Battle of the Predators. We have Mr. Nation versus Dave Mastiff. I am not fucking saying his name. You can bollocks. You can take the piss. We've also got Bubblegum taking on the Heavyweight House of Pain Sticks. We've also got the Models taking on the Hunter Brothers. And we've got Tyler Bate versus El Ligero. If anybody wants to know about an upcoming star, the guy is called Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate is a rising star of this British wrestling scene. There's a big announcement on Sunday as well. Apparently on WrestleTalk TV, Georgia Smith is doing an announcement that's going to change British wrestling. Be interesting to see what it is. I don't know exactly what it is as them because I haven't spoke to Georgia since she came on last September. But we'll see, and well, hopefully it's a good one because we don't need any bad publicity in British wrestling. We had a company talking about their show, and then all of a sudden on the day of the show said, "I'm sorry, but we can't do it because we haven't got the proper licenses." Fuckwits, absolute fuckwits. The first thing you got to do is get yourself sorted, because the people it hurts are the wrestlers and the fans that buy the tickets and hope to get. And it hurts the wrestlers because they were supposed to be getting paid and getting down to the talents, and they lose a booking. Yeah. So have you got anything else you want to say next while you're back, or how was China?
It was very good, thank you very much. Did you cope without me?
Yeah, we did actually. Well, yeah. Well, I'm going to say it now. I mean, I love Joe being on. I love Matthew and I love Michael. But it's not Nick's. I couldn't swear. I couldn't swear as much. I was being very respectful. So I couldn't swear as much as I did with you guys. I think, well, question thread. Oh, yeah, question thread. Let's have a look before we disappear. Because I want to go back to bed because I've got nights. Next week's show is earlier than usual. We are on at 8 o'clock because I'm on the night shift. No questions. Yeah! No questions. Oh, they've just announced another match for the Tribute of the Troop PCW. Noam Dar's taking on Martin Kirby. So we got that at this moment as well. But thanks to everybody. Our affiliations with Wrestle Ropes, Wrestle Talk for You, BritRest Chat, Ringside World, and then the Bret Hart Wrestling Tour. Thank you very much to everybody that's done that tonight. No talking. Nobody's used the phone line again. What happened tonight? We'll get it up on YouTube as quick as I can. Thank you, everybody that's been clicking on these advertisements as well. It's making money. If I'm coming to Hope, I would try my best at this moment, but we'll see how it goes. Like we said earlier on June the 20th, British Wrestling Radio is no more for 1 week. Future Pro Wrestling Radio is taking its place. Steve H.D. Heavens is doing it and everything so far. Loads of announcements coming up over the next 2 weeks. It's all going to be a great time with Steve and all the other guys at Future Pro Wrestling. Oh, what else have we got? The Lionheart thing is happening big. If nobody's heard about it, they it's this Nix. This is going to explode overnight. What do you? We've got to hear this. We've really, really, really got to hear it. In fact, shall we put? Do you guys want to listen to it now? You guys in the chat room, do you want to hear it now while I finish, and then you can all, and I'll put it on for the hour point in. Because if you guys want to hear it now, I'll switch over and we'll do that, and then we'll come back on and then we'll talk about this. Yeah, Nix, is that all right with you?
How long for?
But I'm just going to put it on now. I don't know how long it is, and then we'll come back on and then we'll talk about this. Okay. I'm not about boxing. I don't know boxing. But we'll listen to this. If it's okay that people want to listen to it, yeah, and then we'll do that. Okay. Right. Let me get this, and now we're in, and then I'll do that, and then we'll come back and talk about it. Yeah?
Yes.
Right, I'll just switch it over to stereo. Make sure you guys won't hear me, but we're going to put this podcast on for you. Okay? Cheers.
Hey, man, as of last night, I got my SM magazine, and I was reading about Lionheart. I don't know if you're familiar with this cat. He's a wrestler over in the UK.
Okay,
and,
yeah.
This is the guy that I wrestled and put him over because he was the top heel. And the gimmick was, the finish was he kind of cheated, pulled the ties to win, and then we gave the people what they wanted. We're going to give them the Styles Clash for, so they can go home happy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, previous to this, in the locker room, I said, listen, man, the one thing you can't do in the Styles Clash is tuck your head. In fact, if you do nothing, you'll be fine.
As far as keeping your face straight because you kind of fall forward, and so the guy just has to keep himself straight, right?
It's a face bump.
Right.
I mean,
yeah, if you tucked your chin, you would pretty much land like kind of, I'm doing it right now, you would kind of land almost on the top of your head, kind of, right?
It almost doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
So, but I guess previously, Roderick Strong had tucked his head. Now, this is my belief, and Rodney, I hope Roddy hears me say this. I think Roddy did it on purpose and accidentally hurt himself trying to make the Styles look rougher than it's supposed to.
Right.
And actually accidentally hurt himself.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll talk about that. But from what I read, this guy was nervous about taking it. I don't know why. It's
easiest bump.
It's so safe, but didn't say anything because, of pride or whatnot. And so when I gave him the Styles Clash, I didn't notice it at the time because I didn't come down with full body weight. I don't come down under my body weight.
Mm-hmm.
I literally put my knees down, and so I'm not squishing you.
Right.
I don't want to hurt my junk either, So I didn't know it happened because I didn't feel him, but I saw a picture of it, and he probably tucked his head harder than anybody has ever tucked their head for anything. It was like he was trying to go for a front flip.
Wow.
He ended up breaking his neck in 2 places.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, and it's terrible. It's a terrible thing. I wish he'd never have got hurt. But he spent 2 or 3, 4 paragraphs talking about this move, and he wasn't comfortable, and then took 2 sentences to say that it wasn't AJ's fault. It was all his fault. I'm like, man. I still
saying it was
read is that I was the reason why you got hurt.
Right.
And that's not he said his instincts took over. You learn to tuck your head on bumps. Well, not when you take a face bump. The first time I made up this move on a trampoline, and I gave it to my younger brother who didn't tuck his head. That's instincts. So it's really kind of one of those moments where I'm like, man. I mean.
Well, I mean, it'd be like tucking your head on a pedigree or something. You just don't do that because it's a face first bump. It's the classic flare bump where you just fall on your stomach and just go flat and kind of let like you said, kind of take the brunt of it on your chest more than anything.
Yeah, I mean, and what I'm saying may sound inconsiderate, that I don't care about the well-being of other guys, but that's not it at all. It's just this is a simple, easy bump to take, and all the blame has to be. I literally cannot hurt you on this move.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You have to hurt yourself. A lot of people don't understand that, and some people were talking about just how dangerous the move was, and it's mind-blowing.
Well, I mean,
that goes back.
Like you said, dude, I mean, that's one of the things about going to the indies is you're working with some guys that don't have experience. I don't care if you're the top guy in, World British Super Duper Championship motocross wrestling. you might have had 10 matches. It doesn't really make much of a difference. And now it's your responsibility to go out there and not only have a good match, but make sure that the other guy doesn't get hurt, or more importantly, make sure that you don't get hurt.
Right. Well, and it was after that had happened. Now I've started to ask people, and they look at me as if I'm an idiot for asking them if they know how to take the
right. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm so concerned. Like, oh my God, I hope he knows how to do this right. I ask him, and I actually say, hey man, I'm sorry to ask you this. You probably know how to take this move, but and that's how the conversation starts out when we're talking about the Styles Clash.
But you have to, man. Like you said, I mean, you gotta be very specific, because a lot of guys really, like you said, they'll say they know, but they don't, especially when you're working with guys that you don't know.
Right. And I guess in my head it was one of those things. Hey man, if you had never seen the move before, then definitely I would go over it with you. But I just assumed that he'd seen it before.
Yeah, well,
and that's one of the things I asked someone before a wrestler: is there anything I don't know how to take?
Yes.
And if we do, we'll go over it.
And that's a great point. Like you said, that's a great point, man. Is there anything that I need to know? So that no one's pulling any surprises. You mentioned that you're going back to Japan, New Japan, and New Japan is actually fairly hot right now. It's the biggest wrestling company in Japan, and one of the biggest in the world. That's a pretty cool. Had you worked for them before?
I think.
Right. So now we've all heard it. What's the opinion of the chat room? Nixy, have you heard it?
I've been listening to it.
What do you think? Honestly.
I think it's not fair what he's saying. I mean, he's putting his opinion across. The bottom line of it is Lionheart made a mistake, I think. We know that it was his mistake that was made, and everybody knows that. I think there was a lot of initial blame on AJ's part. When you review the footage, we all realised, hang on a sec, AJ wasn't to blame.
But the problem is nobody saw the footage. The only footage anybody saw of this was
if they were there.
Was actually if they was there, and then there was a YouTube video got put up, and then they took it down because Steve Flood hit the roof because somebody was not supposed to video it. Because he says no video recordings allowed. So nobody's supposed to. Only people that's seen this is all the wrestlers that were there and all the fans. Everybody there and everybody that was a PCW that night. That's who saw it. If you didn't see it, then you don't know that. But to come out and say that, I mean, it's only. That was 3 months since. 3 months. I mean, he's just now getting back in this thing. He's now the GM of the thing, and to come out and say that. I thought AJ Styles had more class than that.
Class.
I really did. I really thought he was better than that. But obviously, personally, I just think he's after bookings. So now they're on in Lionheart versus Styles 2. And everybody went, oh yeah, we're going to get this and then. But you don't do that to another wrestler. And I'm disappointed with Jericho saying World British Motocross Wrestling Championship.
Yeah, I'm a bit upset at Jericho.
Fuck's sake, Jericho.
That's like forgetting where you've come from yourself. You were that person one point.
Yeah.
You were that indie wrestler who just needed a shot. You were that indie wrestler who fought the known stars and was.
But they're making Lionheart to sound as though like he's a fucking person that's only started wrestling last year.
Yeah.
Lionheart's a fucking veteran. He's been doing this shit for years and years and years. And to talk shit like that when Lionheart can't defend himself, it's fucking bullshit. I'd love to see the reactions now of this is going to go on and on now. This is really going on. And if Lionheart, which I know Lionheart's got the class about it, he won't say jack shit. He'll keep it to himself. But everybody else will be saying their two-piece now. And Facebook has exploded already. And it's midnight over here. And they're all exploding now. Personally, I thought Styles had more class than that. But obviously he's a piece of shit. And there you go, I've said it. And I thought he really had more style than that. But there we go. And if anybody sees him at Ring of Honor, can fucking tell him as well. I'll say I should have had more. Should have more class than that. Really should. And very, very disheartening. Very, very disheartening thing to say. And to say that he's on. I don't know if in Jericho I'm not impressed with Jericho as well. So, but it's not the fact it's the internet British wrestling community, but we'll back down the hatches and we'll protect his own. And Lionheart is one of ours. Lionheart is a nice guy. He does anything for anyone. He's a real class act, is Lionheart. He knows his thing. If you've seen Lionheart in action, you know exactly what I'm on about. If you've seen Lionheart outside the ring, you know exactly what I'm on about. The guy's class act, and he doesn't deserve that. He doesn't deserve that a bit. What a way to end the show. What a way. Thanks to everybody that's joining tonight. Thanks for this person that flew all the way from China to come back home. And tonight's show has been dedicated to the memory of Richard Ashe, my pal, who I'm going to miss a lot. I am going to miss him more than ever. Do you know the funniest thing is, Nick? I'm going to say this. This is not to do with wrestling. Yesterday, we had a sonic boom at work. I was in work, and we had a sonic boom over the top of us. A plane had just done the sonic boom. And it was just like an hour after his funeral, after Rico's funeral. And I just went, and if anybody saw the comment I put on Facebook, it was like, bloody hell, I know you're supposed to know when your mate goes through the pearly gates of heaven, that you're supposed to feel something. But Rico, did you really have to do a sonic boom for when you walk through the fucking door? But today's been a good. I mean, I'm also dedicating it to my new great nephew Tommy, Sir Thomas, and both of them, and love the pair of them, love everyone. Thank you for your support. Thanks to Nixy for tonight. Thank you to Jezabeth for coming on the show, and to her, and good luck with all her wrestling titles. And I hope she goes far. And we might see Jezabeth. You never know. But thanks to everything for that. She's just liked our page. So thanks everybody tonight. To Winters, to Asa, Pixie, Ross, Brendy, Robert, Heel Stephen, and Warrior One, and all the other guys that joined us tonight. Gorilla Report, Alan, everybody as usual. Thanks ever so much for your support. Keep supporting British wrestling. Keep supporting everything. Got little tweaks to do on the webpage this week. But thanks a lot, and we'll see you next Friday at 8 p.m. All right?
Will we?
Yeah, because I'm on a night shift again next week.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just it's an early night next week, unfortunately. Pre-Watershed.
No swearing then.
No. Yeah. So anyway, guys, thanks ever so much. It's AJ Styles, what a twat. And because we've got the new setup, there is only one way we can finish the show. There is only one